It was an emotional day in court for family members of Randy Cochran, who died following a police interaction in July of 2019. As both his mother and daughter testified to Judge Lindy Choi that the death has left the family devastated. In court, Cochran's mother, Margie, testified that her boy was a good son and father, saying her and her grandchildren's world started to unravel following his death. Quote, everything changed that day when they lost their dad, she told the court, with Cochran's daughter saying her and her siblings felt robbed of their father. Court heard the interaction started when a distressed and wide-eyed Cochran ran into the side of a police car with a hatchet concealed in his pocket before apologizing and running away. Concerned and testifying that the hatchet handle looked like a gun, police would pursue and apprehend Cochran as he tried to enter a home on Flora Avenue. Video shows several officers interacting with Cochran throughout the arrest, during which he would become unresponsive, and while CPR was given, he'd never fully recover. The official cause of death attributed to the toxic effects of methamphetamine, cocaine, and ethanol with an enlarged heart, and the physiologic stress associated with police pursuit and restraint listed as secondary contributing factors. On Tuesday, court heard from longtime constables Tim Dyack and Thomas Argyle, who said a then unarmed Cochran was conscious and cooperating with police demands when they apprehended him following the pursuit. They successfully got him in handcuffs and rolled him into the recovery position while calling an ambulance after he expressed difficulty breathing. The two officers, Dyack and Argyle, would then leave Cochran with officers from the WPS tactical unit, Dyack searching for the earlier observed weapon and Argyle securing the patrol car while catching his breath. And while Dyack would never interact with Cochran again, Argyle says the two tactical officers shin-pinned Cochran, who was then bound at the feet as well, and when he returned and asked the officers to get off of him, he found he was unresponsive. Melissa Serbin, representing the Cochran family, asked if either of the officers had told the responding officers that Cochran had difficulty breathing or explained why he was in recovery position, and both testified they did not, with Argyle saying he thought the shin pins applied was part of the training given to tactical officers. And while other officers throughout the inquest, including Argyle, have testified they felt nothing could have been done differently during the interactions, Constable Dyack was adamant that several overall changes could have helped Cochran, including the introduction of a proper detox center in Winnipeg and the presence of a tactical emergency medical ambulance with paramedics trained to handle people in distress, as opposed to depending on police to stabilize a scene, saying currently Cochran only had one option: apprehension by police, telling Judge Choi, quote, what we're doing right now is not working, end quote. In Winnipeg, Morgan Majeski, City News.